The New York Giants were embarrassed at home today at MetLife Stadium by their former brethren and former players, Saquon Barkley and the Philadelphia Eagles. Something I did not see coming. And as a Giants fan at this very moment, I am completely broken. This one today was a gut punch. This game today was a slap back into, as my good friend Eminem would say, a good slap back to reality. The Giants and the Giant fan needed to come back down to reality a little bit. And today, Philadelphia did that and helped us out with that. So that's one thing that I could praise Philadelphia for, was helping us get back to reality and realize we are a garbage franchise at the moment and for the last decade. We are a garbage franchise with a garbage quarterback. And you see what happens when a team far better than the Giants come into town. I don't know what to say anymore. This fan base deserves better. I've been saying it for weeks. The fan base deserves better. I've been saying this for weeks. I'm not saying Drew Lock is any better or Tommy DeVito is any better than Daniel Jones. I'm not saying that. But we have to stop with Daniel Jones. He has to be benched, just like he was today. I would have done it at halftime. They waited till the fourth quarter. You saw right away that Drew Lock has a better arm than Jones. It's a stronger arm. He gets the ball downfield a lot easier than Daniel Jones does. Not saying he's better, but it's different. The Giants need to try something new because this just isn't working anymore. This isn't even an NFL offense as long as Daniel Jones is quarterbacking this team. They couldn't get the run going. They didn't even try to get the run going. Missing Andrew Thomas will be the complete downfall now of this franchise. Joshua Ezeudu is not a left tackle. You saw that today. And we've said that for years. You cannot continue to trot Daniel Jones out there every single week and expect something different. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This is what Daniel Jones is now. He is insanity because they're trotting him out there every single week and they're expecting different results. And if anything, it's getting worse than it already has been. Saquon Barkley made the right choice and left the Giants. The Giants have become a poverty franchise. He joined a franchise that has been about winning over the past decade. Willing to take the chances. There comes a time now where we have to ask ourselves, how far can we go with this? I'm not advocating for this team to start losing games at 2-5. Will I be okay if they get a top pick? Of course I will. If there was a button that I could press that will take me straight to the draft now, I would love to press the button. But it just doesn't work like that. We have to sit through 10 more of these things. And with Dable saying Jones is already quarterback one heading into next Monday night against Pittsburgh and that defense, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. I don't see how it gets any better. When you put Daniel Jones on the field, you can't expect better things to happen. Will he have an occasional game or two where he plays great? Seattle. Can't even think of another one. This season, I can't think of another one. But will he, in the past, if he'll have good games based on matchups, based on running the football, he'll have good games. That's not the problem. Again, today, the Giants have major flaws everywhere now, except for a couple of areas. The quarterback can't throw accurately or deep. Wan'Dale Robinson just forgot how to catch the football. Darius Slayton can't catch the football. Jalen Hyatt can't catch the football. And all the people begging for Jalen Hyatt, maybe there's a reason that he's not playing. Daniel Jones hasn't thrown a touchdown pass at MetLife Stadium since 2022. Unacceptable. Unacceptable that we continue to put him out there. And we're the problem because we sit there on Sundays and we watch this garbage. So we don't have anybody to blame but ourselves. But we love this team so much that we go into it. I'm going to fall for the trap as well. Next Monday night at Pittsburgh, I'll watch. I'll cheer for when they score a touchdown. They probably won't score a touchdown, but I'll cheer if they score a touchdown. Of course I will, because I want to see the development of these young players. I want to see Neighbors develop. They're wasting the best defensive player in football's prime in Dexter Lawrence. 2 more sacks today. They're wasting his prime. I don't know what to do as a fan anymore. I just don't know. I don't know where to go with this team. I want this team to be good again. And it's so frustrating. You know, I'm not a GM. None of us are NFL GMs, right? But we all know what the main problem is here. It's the quarterback. The quarterback is holding this team back from doing so much. And I don't want to go into this. I don't want to go into this back and forth with people. Should they have paid Jones? Should they have paid Barkley? At the time when the Giants won the playoff game at Minnesota, Daniel Jones inked his name on a new contract. You couldn't argue against it. You could not argue against it. You pay the quarterback first. It's common sense. Was there people, to be fair, was there people that said, even though he won that game at Minnesota in the playoffs, don't pay him? Of course there was. But you had to give him something. Did it have to be $160 million, $82 million guaranteed? No. But that's the going rate for quarterbacks. Bringing Saquon Barkley back to this team wouldn't have changed anything. It wouldn't have changed a thing. It would have been the same dog and pony show that we've been watching for 7 seasons. Something has to give at some point. And the only thing that's going to give is if Daniel Jones is off this team. That's it. Until he's off this team, we can't bother watching this. Until Daniel Jones is off this team, it's going to be the same result every single week. Most weeks he'll look horrible. Most weeks he'll be inaccurate. Most weeks he can't throw the ball deep. He'll sprinkle in a game where he looks amazing, a la Seattle. He'll sprinkle in a game where he rushes the ball 10 to 12 times for 80, 90 yards. But majority of the time, he's going to put you in a position to lose over a position to win. He doesn't elevate. He never elevated. This is the last year of this. That's the only positive that I could take out of this season. Like I said 6 weeks ago, the biggest positive I'm taking out of this season is that Daniel Jones will be released once this season's over. And we will finally not have him to complain about anymore. Because he has divided the fan base for 5 years. More so people are now on the side of get rid of him. I would say maybe 99% of people I speak to are on the side of he needs to go. But as of 3 years ago, to be fair, it was split right down the middle. After the Giant playoff game, it was about 80-20. People that wanted him to stay. But the most positive thing will be when he's gone after this season. There's no other way to spin it. He's gone. And this is the playoff. The worst thing that could have happened to the Giants was when they went 9-7 2 years ago and they won the playoff game at Minnesota. The best thing that's happening to the New York Giants franchise now is that they're 2-5 and Daniel Jones looks awful. Worse than awful. Because there will be no questions heading into 2025. This guy will be gone in 2025. And we could all move on together as a fan base. We could come back together and we could move on from the black cloud that is Daniel Jones on this franchise. The Giants have a lot going for them. They rebuilt the offensive line. They have the best defensive line in football. They have the best defensive player in football. They need a quarterback. in the worst way they need a quarterback. And whether it's the draft, whether it's a trade, whether it's free agency, preferably I would love to draft one. They need to hit on the right guy for this regime to maintain its stay here in New York. So if you guys have gotten this far in the video, please share it, like it, subscribe it. Much appreciated. Giants suck. What else? 2-5 now, right? So maybe they could beat the Panthers in Germany. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a good one.